Hi everybody and welcome to our Wednesday TNT. Great to have you with us, and we've got plenty to talk about, so I might sort of try and compress things a little bit today because there's quite a few stories to catch up with, including a lot of follow-ups from previous days. So I've got my trusty iPad here, things are marked up. Let's get started. So I should thank our sponsors, 5 Star Marine, also thanking you and all the people who have subscribed to the channel. It is a lot of help and I'm very, very grateful. Now, the first story is a bit of a follow-up from yesterday, and Thailand English once again on their Facebook page reporting that the mother of a missing Malaysian Chinese woman arrived in Chiang Mai province with her son yesterday to meet with Thai tourist police in hopes of locating her daughter, Angie Chong Sam Yi. And she's been obviously very worried, and she's not been seen since June the 1st. And the last photographs she posted on social media, she was in the Am Cyanide district in Chiang Rai province, near the checkpoint to the city of Takalek. Now that's just over the border from Chiang Rai and a little bit notorious. It has a big casino there where a lot of people go to work for one reason or another. Down the bottom of that post, the mother stated her daughter did not work in the casino. She already makes a fair living as a beautician. There's a photo there of Angie, one of the last posted before she went missing. And coconuts.co, their Kuala Lumpur edition, says mother of missing Malaysian woman in Chiang Mai claims she was spotted in CCTV recording. Let's check out what that story says. And efforts to locate the 22-year-old woman who was recently reported missing in Chiang Mai have taken a new turn with the emergence of a fresh lead. Angie's brother Chong revealed to Harian Metro that news of this breakthrough spread when a report in Thailand aired CCTV footage showing a woman resembling his sister. He said at present this is the most recent development we're aware of. We came across the news report on YouTube. And he added, but at the moment we've not travelled there to confirm whether or not it's truly my sister. Well, it seems from the Thailand English post that indeed the mother and the brother are on site and working with police. But the Thailand English report goes on to say, according to Chong, neither he nor his mother had any knowledge of Angie's purpose for visiting the neighbouring country. They only discovered her whereabouts after she arrived in Thailand on May the 29th. So would you leave Malaysia to travel to Thailand without telling your mother or your brother? I don't know. And down the bottom there, after her arrival, she maintained contact with us through WhatsApp until suddenly going silent. The last time she contacted us was on May the 31st. And then finally yesterday, a representative from the Malaysian embassy in Bangkok confirmed with Coconuts that they're currently investigating Angie's disappearance. So a missing person in the very, very north of Thailand on the border there with Myanmar. But another story just on the west side of Thailand, also on the border with Myanmar. And this story from Nation Thailand. Missing in Mae Sot, distressed Bangladeshi businessman seeks police help. It looks like they ran out of space, but he lost contact with his nephew. Let's go on. A Bangladeshi tailoring shop owner in Pattaya has turned to the police after he lost contact with his nephew, who was reportedly in Mae Sot to meet his employers. The 54-year-old told reporters that he fears his 23-year-old nephew may have been lured across the border and forced into doing illegal work. And the man was last spotted at the Mae Sot Fortune D Hotel on Sunday, after which he could not be contacted. Now, yesterday we did that story about that casino complex just across the border in the Myanmar town of Shwe Koko, and we already know that there's all sorts of strange activities happening at that casino. Well, the Mae Sot Fortune D Hotel is about 1 kilometre before the Friendship Bridge, crossing over into that town. Probably, of course, a coincidence, but looks like that's an area that maybe should be avoided by foreigners in some cases. He said his nephew had taken a flight to Mae Sot on Sunday night, saying he was meeting the owners of a robotic arm manufacturing company. He had apparently applied for a job with the company online and was scheduled to be picked up by the company's staff on Monday. However, he said he did not hear from his nephew on Monday, so he called the hotel only to learn that 3 men in a Nissan Navara pickup truck with a TAC license plate had picked him up. He then called the company where his nephew had purportedly received a job, only to learn that the company was not hiring. And then he said the hotel refused to give him the security camera footage, saying it would only be given to police. It goes on to say that he's called on Pattaya police to help and hopes speaking to the media will speed up the investigation. Well, of course, people go missing all the time, and it's a lot easier these days if you can go to social media and get your story out there, and the media will probably follow if they think it's interesting. So maybe we just hear more about these missing persons, but we hope in at least these two cases that both those people are okay, and we'll follow up those stories. Now, another story we did yesterday was those trucks with the stickers that get a sort of a free pass through checkpoints in Thailand. Let's see what's happening with that story. And BangkokPost.com reports that 6 more officers embroiled in lorry sticker scandal. Lorry, a very British term. I just sort of know them as trucks. Let's go on. The investigation into sticker bribes for illegally loaded lorries has incriminated another 6 officers from the Highway Police Division, according to police from the Counter-Corruption Division. Now, this is another one of these organisations that have been set up to investigate alleged corrupt police, along with the NACC, the CIB. So it looks like there are more organisations at least being set up to investigate these allegations. Speaking in his capacity as the acting HPD commander, he said those officers would be ordered to perform temporary duties at the head office this week. The division will proceed with legal action if any are found to have engaged in this scheme. In the meantime, a Move Forward Party MP-elect who brought the sticker bribes issue to light on his social media said he and the Land Transport Federation of Thailand chairman would submit evidence on the matter to the police. Meanwhile, some Federation members sent an open letter to the Move Forward Party expressing their disappointment at the Federation. The letter said some of the bribery stickers were not being used anymore, while others owned by Federation members had been removed from the evidence submitted to the MFP. Oh, they don't use the stickers anymore, so it's all okay. And they said it's using the MFP to attack rival transportation associations to pressure the government. And then down the bottom, the authors claim the Federation is playing a game designed to harm rival associations as a price war rages in the logistics market. So that sticker story getting a political dimension. Big thanks to our sponsor, 5 Star Marine. Thumbs up to them. There's a link in the description under this video with a special deal for TNT viewers. So, thanks for dropping in today. It's Wednesday, the middle of the week, and we're checking all the stories from around Thailand. Let's follow up with the latest on the Am Cyanide case. The Bangkok Post reports that 80 charges await Am Cyanide. The alleged serial killer Sararat Am Cyanide will be hit with at least 80 more criminal charges for her actions, according to the Deputy National Police Chief Surachat Hakpan. And he said yesterday that on top of the 15 premeditated murder charges, Ms. Sararat had been charged with fraud. Authorities are preparing to charge Ms. Sararat with a slew of other crimes, which include poisoning, misuse of a controlled substance, concealing a criminal act, and theft. And when asked about the cyanide that Ms. Sararat bought, Surachat said investigators have managed to crack down her supplier based on the information that could be gathered from its package. So she's going to have a very busy time in the Thai courts. Now, one person we haven't heard much of over the past couple of months is the current Caretaker Prime Minister, Prayut. And let's see what he's been doing. Yesterday, reporting in the Bangkok Post, Prayut concedes his time as PM is over. And the Prime Minister, the Caretaker Prime Minister, Prayut Chan-o-cha, made the remarks yesterday, suggesting he sees little opportunity for him returning to power. General Prayut was responding to reporters' questions about his political plans as the bloc led by the Move Forward Party moves to form a new coalition government. He seemed amused when reporters asked about the possibility of smaller parties nominating him as Prime Minister if the MFP or Per Thai, the winner and first runner-up in the general election respectively, failed to cobble together a coalition government. "Don't think that far ahead," the general said. He said he was not afraid of being investigated after the change of power. There's already been some rumours that he could be held accountable for seizing the government in the coup back on May 2014. And then the next paragraph says the BhumJaiThai leader Anutin Charvirakul, in his first media interview since the May 14 election, he has been suspiciously quiet, said yesterday that he never held talks or had any agreement with the ousted former PM Thaksin Shinawatra amid rumours of a secret deal. Well, let's find out a few more things that he's been saying. And we go to thepatianews.com. BhumJaiThai leader Anutin denies secret deal to form a government to contest with Move Forward. In his first full interview after Thailand's general election, Mr Anutin, who's also the current caretaker Minister of Public Health, told reporters yesterday that he had not talked with anybody regarding the forming of a coalition government. Well, I can't believe that for a single moment. I mean, what's he been doing for the past month? Been counting the pencils on his desk? There were reports that Anutin's party, BhumJaiThai, which has 71 MP seats and was third place in the recent election, would join forces with the Thai party to form a government if the Move Forward party, which is currently facing numerous political hurdles, failed to do so. So just done a little bit of maths there. That's 71 MPs from BhumJaiThai plus 141 from Thai. That equals 212. So they're going to need at least 250 seats to get a majority, so they're going to have to pull other parties in to get a coalition. Who's going to defect? And a picture of Anutin and one of the Thai's prime ministerial candidates talking with one another at the previous Leicester City football match in England fueled the rumour of a secret government formation deal. However, Anutin played down the speculation, saying it was only a coincidence. And then this line: "We give support to the party that won the election and has the most votes." Well, clearly not, because otherwise they'd already be a member of that currently 8-party coalition that's vying to be the next government. His 71 MPs would push them over the magic number of 376, so that this new coalition wouldn't need the support of the senators to form the next government. And when asked if he would vote for Peter, leader and PM candidate of the Move Forward party, Anutin said Peter had some policies that he disagrees with. Anutin also urges the public and media not to make wild guesses, as the Election Commission has not even officially certified a single MP yet. Ever the opportunist, Anutin will do exactly what is best for Anutin. Now let's just have a quick look at the timeline we're now facing. And Nation Thailand reports royal decree on convening Thailand's new house gets cabinet nod. And the caretaker cabinet yesterday has approved a draft royal decree for convening the House of Representatives' first meeting. And the cabinet secretariat would coordinate once the Election Commission had endorsed at least 95% or 475 MPs. And the current constitution requires the Election Commission to endorse at least 475 elected MPs before the first House meeting can be convened. This must be done within 2 months of the election, which sets the deadline at July the 13th. The election law also requires the first House meeting to be held within 15 days after the Election Commission announces election winners. So, if the list of winning MPs is announced on July the 13th, and that's the last day it can be announced, the first House meeting must be held on or before July 27. And then down the bottom, the first House meeting will be a state event presided over by His Majesty the King or a representative. So we're all going to know at the very latest on July the 27th exactly how the numbers will fall. So it looks like we've got another 6 weeks or so of horse trading and discussions in the media before we get to that moment. It's our Wednesday TNT program. Really appreciate you dropping in. We're going to nationthailand.com now, and their story: May headline inflation of 0.53%, the lowest in 21 months. Thailand's headline inflation in May hit its lowest in 21 months, slowing sharply to just 0.5% from 2.67% in the previous month. It marked the lowest reading since August 2021 as prices of non-food products eased due to the sharp reduction in fuel costs. But the data released by the Commerce Ministry also showed the fifth consecutive month of a slowdown in growth, mainly because of the falling prices of energy and food. The spokesperson says the major factors that had contributed to the drop in headline inflation were the falling prices of energy and the reduction of power bills due to the government's subsidy package, as well as the continued fall in food prices. And the spokesperson said that April's figures showed Thailand had among the lowest inflation rates in the world. Wouldn't so many countries love to have an inflation rate of 0.5%? Adding that the kingdom's inflation rate in April was far lower than the ASEAN members Laos, Philippines, Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia and Vietnam. So you're up to date on Wednesday, June the 7th. Hopefully you're more up to date with the main stories happening around Thailand, and we'll be back again tomorrow.